Now, mine's way too early predictions. I think this is the top four schools will be in the Big 12. Let's start with K State. All their tough games, all their ranked games are at home. They play Arizona at home, OK State at home. They play Kansas at home. There's no tough games on the road besides going to Houston, maybe Arizona State. Everybody else, the tough games are at home. Comes down to Texas Tech. They start off with Abilene Christian, Revere, Washington State, UNT, Arizona State, Cincy. Going into Arizona game October 5th on the road, they could be undefeated. And looking past that, there's no other ranked team on their schedule. Even if they have to deal with coach them, they'll be at home. Well, take that back. OK State, November 23rd at T-Bone Pickens. Speaking of which, OK State, yeah, they got Arkansas at home, Utah at home. Go on the road to K-State. But this team finished up in the Big 12 title game last year, and they may have a little more to say about coming up. So I do believe they reloaded. And I do think having the most tenured coach in the Big 12 gives them a little bit of advantage on the road. Speaking of Arizona, starting off with New Mexico, over to Arizona, before a tough game at K-State, at Utah, at home to Tech. If they survive that stretch of K-State, Utah, and Tech, rest of their schedule kind of pans out. They have a chance to finish in the top third of the conference. If they do survive that stretch and win two of those games, they could be playing for the Big 12 title game. And that is something people don't understand. These schools have schedules that are set up. K-State, once again, doesn't play any tough games on the road. Arizona is theirs out early. The only one really to worry about is Texas Tech. I think by them recruiting heavily on defense, them getting a lot of new players in, and coach dedicated to their side of the ball, they could be the surprise team. I know everybody's hating on me for saying that. They truly, truly can be the surprise team, not only for the Big 12, but for that college playoff. Now that would be funny as hell to me. But now, I know everybody's saying, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. School that just changed game. Well, let's talk about Colorado. When it comes down to it, I don't see it. Last year I was called a hater and all this stuff for predicting them to win 4 games. Actually, I predicted 5 games. So I overestimated. They only won 4. Looking at the schedule that Colorado has, let's be honest about it. They should beat North Dakota State. They may lose to Nebraska. They will lose to Colorado State. Baylor will be the welcome to the Big 12 and the high-octane offense. If Baylor can get their defense to play anywhere like they did 2 years ago, it could be a problem. At UCF, home opener for Florida, Deion's back in his old stomping grounds. It's a loss. Lost to Kansas State. Lost to Arizona. They could beat Cincy. They're losing to Tech. Losing to Utah. Losing to Kansas. Losing to OK State. Everybody talking about, well, you're hating. Kansas State's 20. Arizona's 11. Utah's 10. Kansas Jayhawks are 22. OK State 17. Tech is my upset pick of the season. I just don't see it. Maybe if they get 4 games this year again, it'll be an improvement. But Colorado,